When a private affair turns into blackmail, the world shrinks instantly. You are left completely isolated in the dark, paralyzed by the fear that one wrong move will destroy your family, your career, and your reputation. This is what happened to a professional we'll call Amelia. She is a successful dentist and educator who, while supporting her husband through a long-term mental health crisis, found a confidant in a colleague. That emotional connection eventually became a consensual affair. When Amelia's home life began to stabilize, she tried to end the relationship to focus on her marriage. Her former partner responded by becoming increasingly controlling, refusing to let her walk away. The shift from a consensual relationship to coercion often happens in the background. Victims are frequently trapped by this silent change in dynamic long before they realize they are in actual danger. The abuser's tactics escalated quickly. He sent aggressive messages, threatening to expose the affair to Amelia's husband unless she continued to meet him. He eventually revealed that he had secretly recorded their intimate moments. He used this footage to extort donations and force Amelia into transactional, degrading meetings at hotels he selected, turning their history into a tool for sexual and financial exploitation. Amelia's life began to collapse under the pressure. She suffered from severe insomnia, avoided work opportunities to stay off his radar, and eventually began to contemplate taking her own life to escape the constant fear of exposure. This diagram illustrates the abuser's primary strategy. By weaponizing a victim's shame, they create a cycle where the fear of the secret getting out ensures the victim stays silent. As long as that silence remains, the abuser's power continues to grow. Abusers rely on the victim's belief that they have no choice but to comply, using that perceived powerlessness to maintain control. The turning point came when Amelia discovered a legal case study involving a similar situation. Seeing a path forward, she reached out to Cohen Davis solicitors for help. Under UK law, making a demand with menaces, whether for money, sex, or silence, is a serious criminal offense known as blackmail. This legal definition applies regardless of whether the information being used as a threat is true. The illegality lies in the use of intimidation to control another person's behavior. Moving from an emotional crisis to a legal framework allows a victim to begin the process of stripping away the abuser's leverage. To take down a blackmailer, we first need to secure the proof. A successful legal strike is built on a foundation of documented facts. The most important rule in these cases is to keep everything. While it is natural to want to delete traumatic messages or threats, doing so removes the very evidence needed to stop the abuse. We take chat screenshots, financial records, and logs of every threat to build an impenetrable wall of evidence. This animation shows how those individual messages become the structural support for a court case. Preserving this data provides the specific ammunition lawyers use to build an airtight case and permanently disarm the abuser. Because the abuser had demanded another meeting for the following day, we had to trigger an immediate legal response to protect Amelia. We applied for a fast-track emergency privacy injunction, securing an immediate order outside regular court hours to prevent the sharing of private material. We also secured an anonymity order, ensuring the victim's real name is completely scrubbed from public filings, protecting their privacy. The law can act with significant speed, providing a way for victims to secure protection and strike back without their identity ever being revealed. That same night, a process server delivered the injunction directly to the abuser's door. The order imposed immediate, mandatory prohibitions. He was banned from all contact, forced to hand over all copies of the footage, and required to delete any remaining illicit content. Weeks later, the court issued a permanent injunction. The judge also ordered the abuser to pay all of Amelia's legal costs, shifting the financial burden of the case entirely onto him. This permanent order carries the full weight of the court. Any breach constitutes contempt, leading to immediate arrest and potential imprisonment. A permanent injunction creates a lasting legal barrier, ensuring that any further attempts at contact result in severe, immediate penalties. Amelia now has her peace back. With the legal threat removed, she is able to focus on her career, restore her family life, and live without the constant weight of fear. The core mission of Cohen Davis solicitors is to provide survivors of digital abuse with the specific tools required to reclaim control over their lives and their privacy. Blackmailers depend on the cover of shadows. The legal system provides an unignorable floodlight that strips away their ability to operate the moment a victim decides to take action. If you are being threatened, save your evidence and stop suffering in silence. Contact legal experts immediately to dismantle the trap and take your life back.